Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back again to my channel. So in today's video I'll be showing you how to make this backless crop top right here with puffy sleeves. So if it is something you are interested in, then please stay and watch, because this is actually going to be a very easy tutorial to follow and no pattern required. So let's just jump right into the video for today. Okay, so the first thing is you're going to take your bust measurement and you're going to divide that by 2 and multiply that by 1.5 or 2. I like to go for 1.5 if I'm not looking for something really full or puffy, and I like to go for 2 if I'm going for something really puffy. Okay, so for this one right here, I went in with 2, and after doing that I'm going to start measuring from 2 inches to my waist measurement, and that is because we are not including, it's not going to start from the shoulder, and that is the reason why I made it that way. And after I make it that way, I'm just going to now find the measurement I need for my bust, which is my bust divided by 2 times 2. So basically my bust divided by 2 times 2, or my bust divided by 2 times 1.5. Okay, so after I'm done doing that, you just cut what you need out, and this is what I'm cutting out right here. And after cutting the rectangle out, I'm going to just keep this and just measure out 3 inches from the sides and 4 inches from the bottom. So once I measure it that way, I am just going to join the lines together and I'm going to cut that out, and I'll do it to the other side of the fabric as well. Okay, so now we're going to go to the next one, which is to create the sleeves. So for this sleeve right here, I went in with 14 inches long, so you can go in with however long or however short you want it to be. I feel like I could have made it longer, but regardless, the length I went for was still okay. After doing that, I measure my arm circumference times 2, and for me that was 24 inches plus 1 inch seam allowance. Okay, so after doing that, I'm just going to fold it into 2 equal parts and do the same thing I did for the top, which is measuring out 3 inches at the top and 4 inches downwards, and connect the lines together and just cut out the excess fabric. Okay, so after cutting out the excess fabric, the next step is to sew along that line there. Okay, after I'm done sewing, the next thing is to just fold the edges, because we don't want it fraying on us. We fold the edges and we sew along that line on both sides. Okay, after we're done sewing it, the next step is to connect the sleeves to the top rather. So what I'm doing right now is just connecting and having right sides facing each other and just pinning it down like so, and I will sew along that line. Okay, after sewing it, this is what you will have. And the next step is to create a casing for your elastic band. So what I'm doing is I'm going to fold the edge into 2 like so to create my casing for the elastic band all round the top part of the top. And when you're done doing that, don't forget to leave a space so that you have your elastic band pass through that space. Okay, then after you're done doing that, you do the same thing for the top, the bottom part of the sleeves and the bottom part of the top as well. So now what you want to do is to measure from your underarm like so to the center of your chest, or you could just measure it all around. Either ways, you're going to get the same measurement. And for me, mine was 15 inches. When you multiply that by 2, it will be 30 inches, and that is what you're going to use for your elastic band. Okay, and for the elastic band, I made it exactly 30 inches. I didn't subtract a few inches from it because, well, when we sew both sides of the elastic band to put it in place, you're going to take in about half an inch on both sides. And now for the sleeve, I'm measuring out how much I need for my sleeves as well. And for me, I made it 9 inches because I didn't want it too tight and I didn't want it too loose. So I'm just inserting the elastic band into the sleeve casing like so. And I'll basically do the same thing to the top part and the bottom part of the top as well. So for the bottom part of the top, what you want to do is to measure out your waist and divide that by 2 and just take away 3 inches because you want it to be tight and snug on your waist. Take away 3 inches and you're good to go. So now for the bottom part, which is the waist part, I am measuring out this strap right here, and I'm going to fold it into 2 and just sew along that line. And after I'm done sewing, I'm going to flip this inside out because that is where we're going to have the elastic band pass through. Okay, so now in order for me to have this pass through properly, I'm going in with my hairpin, and I just created a notch there to have a space to put in my hairpin because this loop is quite small, so that was the only way I could actually make it work for me. Okay, so now I'm just showing you what the length is, but I went back in to cut about 3 inches because this was just too loose for me on my waist. So I went to cut about 3 inches away because that was exactly half of my waist measurement I took in right there. Okay, so that's why I said that if you'd want this to be snug on your waist, you cut about 2 to 3 or 4 inches away from the elastic band. And after doing that, you're just going to pass that through that loop you created and just sew on both sides of it. After sewing on both sides, this is what you should have. Then you connect this to the bottom part of the top and you're basically good to go. Okay, so now that you're done with it, this is what you'll have for the top. So one thing I love about this is that you can make it like a puff sleeve, like a regular puff sleeve, or you can make it like an off shoulder like this. And the third thing I love about this is voila, the back. The back is the front gives you like simple, classic, sophisticated. The back gives you sexy. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.